guys, it is Cindy here today, and we have a brand new speed build that I'm super excited for. So just last week, Seasons was announced, and let me tell you, my mind was blown. I kind of talked about it in my speed build last week, my thoughts about it, my opinions, kind of like a reaction to the trailer. So if you want to check that out, I'll have it linked down below. I did a remodel of one of LILSIMSIE's like really old houses. I refurnished that. So if you want to check that out, I talk a lot about Seasons and my opinions, what I'm excited for, what I have questions about, and all that kind of stuff. But after the announcement, I was flabbergasted. I was in love. I thought it was super cool. And then I was kind of bouncing through ideas on what I want to do, how I want to prepare for Seasons, and all that kind of fun stuff. And I came to the idea of doing 4 different houses that are kind of built for these specific seasons, but before the pack comes out. So this is an eco living home that's kind of meant to fit into the springtime, and I really love how it turned out. So it's very florally, very green. There's actually a greenhouse in here, and I think this house would be awesome. So when we get the glass roofing and that free update that's going to come out before Seasons, I think this house would look really cool with that. But right now, it is just this little tiny eco living home. I bounced through a whole bunch of different ideas. I was looking up all these different eco living homes, and there was just so many. And eventually, I was just like, you know what? No, I got this. I have an idea. So I went with this, and I know it looks kind of funky, but that's what I like about it. So it is a tiny home. It's a little bit shy of a 6x6 just because we cut out some space in it. But I really do love how it turned out. It's very different from my last 6x6 build. If you saw that, I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago now. It's definitely a lot different than that one. The styling is very bright and colorful and bohemian. Originally, when I was building the house, I was going to go in for a more brown and green and modern look. But as I was furnishing and pulling pieces and cluttering the house and all that kind of stuff, I really started to get this bohemian vibe from it. So that is what it is. It is this bohemian vibe, and I really do love how it turned out. You will notice when we get to the furnishing, my ideas going back and forth and trying to figure it out. I just don't know what it is. Like, sometimes I go into the build and I know exactly what I want to do and how I want it to look and what items I want to use. And then other times I go in and I'm like, no, I've used this item so many times. I don't want to use that one. This one doesn't go with it. I never use this item. I'm not even going to try using it and all that kind of stuff. So this one was really cool. I did use a lot of items that I haven't used before, which is really fun. I normally don't style my homes in bright, colorful, bohemian styles. I don't really know why. I think there's something about it where I feel like, personally for me, I go too far and then it starts to clash and look tacky. I feel like in this house I found a good happy medium, but I don't know. It's definitely something I like to practice more. So if you guys have any suggestions or ideas, definitely let me know in the comments down below on how to really do like a cool bohemian style. Or even if you don't even think this is a bohemian style and you think I'm crazy, let me know down below what kind of style you think this is. But I'm marking it as an eco living home. And I did play test it, so everything is usable. You can use the bed, the couch, the kitchen, the bathroom, all that kind of fun stuff. They are usable. So definitely download the house. It is up on the gallery under ofmisfitplays, just like my little, I guess, YouTube cards. And everything is always linked down below. All my social medias, all my, like my Twitch, everything is always linked down below. So definitely check those out if you would like, and make sure, you never miss a video and you always know what is going on. So right now we are working on the kitchen dining corner of the house. And you can see, like, I'm just going through so many different items, not knowing like how I want it to feel or what I want it to look like. So it does take a while, but we finally get there in the end, and I really love how this house turned out. We are using the stove and fridge from Jungle Adventure. I am in love with that stove and fridge. It has been in so many of my builds since they've come out, just because they're so colorful and they're so fun. And it's just really great to put that in the build and get that extra color. I've also been doing, a handful of not so berry builds, so they have that color that I can use for like a not so berry build, which is really cool. So now we're just adding a whole bunch of clutter items. You guys know me, I do not add a lot of clutter items. I try to keep it as realistic as possible, but like I wanted to look lived in but not over cluttered. But with this house, I definitely made it look over cluttered, and I really love how that turned out. Though I was struggling so hard with trying to get everything up on the shelves and my ankles and the camera. I believe since the house is so small and the way the roofs are, that they're kind of like surrounding the house, that it made it really difficult for the camera to know like where to go and where to go and all stuff. And you'll see like I glitch like that all the time. And so it was really frustrating trying to get everything. And then I placed everything, like I placed it too low onto the shelves. It was just a mess. I do kind of adjust it a little bit off screen before the screenshots, so they are fixed a little bit, but it does look a little funky, I have to say. But aesthetically, it looks good. Just do not stare at it too close. So right now we are doing the little dining table, and I kind of put the chair pushed in like to the corner. Originally, first I didn't think the two chairs would be able to sit there. I thought they would get in the way in the door. And then when I placed it, I realized that chair could fit there correctly and not get in the way of the door. But I really like the look of having it kind of be pushed to the side, since it is right by the entrance, that it's just kind of cocked and sitting there like so. And yeah, no, I really do like it. I don't believe your Sims can use it. Didn't really try to test that. It is kind of more for aesthetic reasons. This house was definitely built for just one Sim, I have to say, just because it is a tiny home. It does have a double bed in it, but with how small and how cluttered the area is, I don't know if it would work out if you had more than one Sim in this house. They'd be running into each other and all that kind of stuff. So definitely kind of cluttered. We do not put a TV in this house, which we do the living room at the end, so you will notice this. There is no TV in the house, just because I didn't have the room or the space for it, or know how to arrange it in a way where I can fit that in nicely. But we do put a radio in here, and then there is a greenhouse, little gardening area as well. So there are a couple skill building, couple activities for this house. But there is no, which I don't know, whenever I build tiny homes, I always forget bookshelves. And sometimes even when I build bigger houses, I forget bookshelves. I don't know what it is. So there is not a bookshelf. So there's no bookshelf, there's no computer, there's no TV. There's just the radio and the gardening. You can easily throw an easel outside or some yoga mats and do all that kind of stuff with your Sims as well if you wanted to. I don't know. I just think this house is really fun, and I felt like I said, an eco-living Sim would live here. So I didn't feel like they would want a TV or have a TV and all that other kind of stuff. A bookshelf, yeah, I probably should have thought about and put in, but you will notice once we start decorating the bedroom, living room area that we just don't have enough space. And it's so weird because I felt like when I did the original 6x6 build a few weeks ago now, that it was so easy and I had all the space and I was doing awesome. And then when it came to building this one, I was having a lot more issues with it, and I don't really understand why. I don't know what I was doing wrong, or if there was like a better way to do all these layouts, but I don't know. I love how the house turned out. Do not get me wrong. I think it is super adorable and really cute, and just everything about it is great. So, like I was saying earlier, this is going to be kind of a 4-part series. Every Monday until Seasons comes out, I will be doing a seasoned themed build. So we are starting off with spring, because for me, spring is the beginning. You have spring, summer, winter, and fall. So we are starting out with the spring themed build, and then we will do a summer, a fall, and a winter one. And then Seasons will be out, and it's going to be super exciting. Along with doing the speed builds, I also have some creative Sims coming out. So this Wednesday, we're taking a little break on the Degrassi creative Sims because I haven't had time to make the Sims yet. And I know, it's not super it doesn't take me like a crazy long time, but since I want them to actually look like the actors and dress like the personalities of the characters, it does take a little bit of time, and I just haven't had the time to sit down and do that yet. So we will, that's going to be on a break probably for a month or so. Now you may have noticed we didn't do one last week. I will be getting back to it eventually. Just right now we're going to take a little bit of a break. So this Wednesday we will have a spring create a sim, and then all of the consecutive Wednesdays until season comes out, we will have, you know, summer, winter, and fall be joining us as well. And I'm super excited for that. I have already done the Create a Sims, and I'm really excited, guys. I think they turned out super cute and really lovable characters, and it was just really fun making them. Now, I have watched a couple other like season Create a Sims or themed Create a Sims, and a lot of times the person only ever does one outfit, and I always do a full like set for them. They get their everyday formal swimwear, pajamas, active, all that kind of stuff. I like to completely dress them, and so I'd love to know your guys' opinions down below. If you just want me to only focus on giving them like their everyday look, or if you like having all the outfits done for you already, or if you even download them or just kind of watch them for the fun of it. Let me know in the comments down below. So the house is now complete. You may have noticed, you know, we changed some of the sinks out, we changed some of the cabinets again, and then gave it a very bright and bohemian kind of style. And so that is the finished look for the inside, and I really hope you guys liked it. Right now we are putting these little glass panels on to kind of look like solar panels to give it that solar look. And here we're going to be doing the little greenhouse, and then a really big garden just everywhere. There is going to be greenery, and I just really love how it turned out. I'm like so iffy on my landscaping. Some days I like it, some days I hate it. I don't know how I feel about my landscaping yet. I don't think I am amazing at it, but I also don't think I'm horrible. So if you guys have any tips, let me know down below. I would love to take any suggestions about how to make my landscaping look better or more realistic or any of that kind of stuff, because I feel like it's plop plants and rocks everywhere. I don't know. I really do love how this landscaping turned out, though. I think I've kind of figured out a technique that I enjoy and I like the look of, so I hope you guys do as well. So yeah, I don't know, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. We are going to do a couple more landscaping, and then we will be on to the screenshots. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys all again next time. Bye.